What's up, my YouTube and Instagram family? This your boy Roberto checking in with the video I told you guys, and I know you've been waiting for, the truth behind KFC and what really goes on. Now, I'm going to tell you as much as I know. I can't speak on things I don't know. But I'm going to give you a little starter of, how my KFC career went. Still currently work there. I came back. So, 2007, November 5th, 2007, I started KFC when I was 17, last year in high school. Started off as a front counter cashier. Once I got out of school, I became a drive-thru cashier, and then I learned how to cook. And about a year later, after my first year of being a cashier and cooking, I became a shift manager, a shift leader. And that was the start of my management career, and that's how everything got going. So as the shift leader, I was still young, still, having fun, doing what I do. So next thing you know, about 4 or 5 years after being a shift leader, 2013, November, I got promoted and became an assistant manager. This is where things get a little tricky, because once you become an assistant, you go on salary. So I became a salary manager, and once I became a salary manager, that's when you realize, in some businesses, most businesses, when you become a salary manager, you pretty much give your life away. You sell your soul for a salary. It hurts, but middle class working people, you got to do what you got to do, whether you like it or not. But I still enjoyed KFC. About 2 years after being an assistant manager, I got offered a store manager position in Ohio, and that was my first store manager job. And I've been a store manager ever since then. And this whole time I worked for corporate. Up until 2017, we got bought out. In April of 2017, I had just moved back from Columbus, Ohio, back to Jacksonville, Florida, where I've been at most of my life. I did 1 year in Ohio as a store manager, transferred back to Jacksonville, Florida. Didn't care for Ohio, didn't too much like it, but I was happy for the opportunity. But I did come back as a store manager, and as soon as I came back to Jacksonville, 3 months later in April, we got bought out, became franchised. I ended up leaving on my 10-year anniversary in November. I put my notice in November 10th of 2017, and I went to Family Dollar. That company is a whole nother story, most corrupt company in the world. But so that's how my management career went. And being a manager and been working for the company for so long, I came back in August of last year, 2019, been with KFC since, and I work for a franchise now and not corporate anymore. But it's a lot of rumors going around as far as KFC, and is the chicken real? Is it this? Is it that? Well, a couple things I can tell you for sure. KFC does inject all their chicken with steroids. And the reason for this is people always complain that the chicken is too small. So KFC is all about the dollar. So somebody came up with the idea, well, how about we put steroids in the chicken to make them bigger? Oh, great idea. It's great, but not so great of an idea. One, the steroid can cause cancer. And things like this is part of the reason, fast food is, why people say fast food is not very good for you. So these steroids can cause cancer for people. So over time, this is not healthy for your body. You're putting all types of things in your body you don't even know about. Chicken's just the start of it. So yes, they inject this chicken with steroids and do all these other things to make it appealing to the customer. On to thing number 2, how people say KFC have, farmhouses with all these chicken piled up, Well, on behalf of KFC, that is not true, because KFC does not own their own chicken company. They have contract with actual chicken companies that, make the product. KFC does not actually make the product itself. So, therefore, the company we get our chicken from is not, whatever they do has nothing to do with KFC. Now, the injecting the chicken thing does have influence by chicken businesses, because they, basically told the companies, you need to put steroids in our chicken or we're going to go somewhere else. So, these companies that do have these chickens, yes, they do keep them pent up, millions of chicken powder in the same place. And this is another reason this stuff is so unhealthy to continuously eat over and over and over. I'm not saying not eat KFC. KFC is great, good food, but don't make it a habit like you go every single day. Not very healthy for you. But still, I get paid because of customers. No customers, I don't get paid. But it's not to the point where if you just eat it every now and then, you're gonna die. But it's something you have to continuously do over time. And normally, we eat a variety of different fast foods over time that make us unhealthy. So like I was saying, they keep millions of chickens piled up in a little farm together with slaughterhouse, you want to call it. And you got to think, you got a room that can only hold 10 people and you put 50 in there, you're cramming that room so bad. What happens when you piss and shit? You're doing it on yourself, and then it's hard to breathe. You die, and all types of bacteria and stuff. So a lot of these chickens are sitting in those rooms, feces, piss, all this stuff getting on each other, and then they're just getting slaughtered and still being sold to people with all types of bacteria, with different type of bacteria from chickens dying and being stuck in there with them. So that's another thing. Those, not just KFC's part, but those companies. And then you have the ingredients for KFC. A lot of people don't know. You'll get a lot of people saying, man, I swear the ingredients for KFC change. Chicken doesn't taste the same. Chicken doesn't this, doesn't that. Well, you got to think, the Colonel sold the company, I believe, in 1980, owned by some lords or something. So everything has changed. You guys are right. The ingredients, it has changed several times. So when you say this chicken doesn't taste like it used to, it's because it's changed. With time, you have to adjust, and that's what happens. They adjust. You still have to keep that same image because it's KFC. There's 11 herbs and spices, but everything's completely different. You're being told one thing and it's really another. Those herbs and spices are much different from what you originally knew when you were growing up or from the past. So yes, the ingredients have changed. It's not the original 11 herbs and spices. That's why you can taste the difference in the chicken. Of course, they will not tell you this because it's not supposed to be public knowledge. But yes, over time they change the ingredients, and the ingredients change on a lot of things. But that is definitely one. The chicken is not the original chicken that you used to when you were growing up. It has changed completely, and that's why. And then corporate world, KFC is, they're like politicians. They're so political to where in-store people like myself, even up to district managers, these people lose touch with reality. Like, I don't know how many visits I had to where I seen, like, corporate people have us in such a panic and so scared of them when they're coming to the store. For people that don't even do nothing, we make the money for the company. Store managers, team members, assistant managers, shift managers, we're the ones in the stores working and making the money for the company. And those corporate people come to the stores and they treat us like shit. You have to do all this stuff to impress somebody that works in the office and has never worked in the store. 70% of those corporate people have never worked in the store. A lot of times the CEOs and the vice president of the company, they at some point worked in the store, maybe a few years before, but they have. But the majority of those people in there have never done it. And you have to stress yourself over and over to make sure you have the store, nice and clean for some people that don't give two fucks about you. They just want to make sure your store is making money. And yes, KFC is big on cleanliness, customer service, and speed. Even though the customer service can be a lot better, KFC does. I can say that company preaches cleaning stores, good customer service and speed. That's one thing they've always been big on, and I respect KFC for that so much because a lot of companies don't have those morals and standards, but KFC does. But from a corporate standpoint, they don't care about their store managers. They just want you to make sure you're making money for the company, and that's all it is. You just some of them won't even talk to you, walk right past you. They don't practice what they preach. It's crazy, guys. But a lot of those corporate people are tied in with politicians too, and they don't never do what's right for their employees. They always do what's right for, from a money standpoint. It's so much I can tell you guys. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 to this video, but it's a lot more information I need to get out to you guys so you guys can know. I'll do a part 2. Like I said, KFC is a great company. I love it. All this, like I said, is coming from when I work for corporate, guys. There are franchise-owned stores and there's corporate-owned stores. So, but I spent the majority of my time working for corporate. But it's crazy the things you go through as a store manager, how many hours you put in. Just you do so much and you just feel like you're not rewarded with it, rewarded enough. And these companies do try to reward people. KFC does reward its store managers, but sometimes you feel like it doesn't match what you're doing. Get it? But it's a lot more I got to tell you guys. This is going to be part 1. You guys let me know how you like it, and I'll have a part 2. Keep supporting me. Share the video, guys. And yes, I know I'm risking a lot doing this, but hey, doing it for you guys. And KFC is not the only company that has, its flaws, but this is one of the fast food companies I'm talking about. Still a great company to work for. But as far as, a lot of things you guys been wondering is true. Now, some things is not KFC fault, like I said, but we do have an influence over what we can get them to do, these other chicken places, but it's all about the dollar. And I have a part 2, guys. Let me know how you like this one. If you want more juice, more information, then I need this one to, do good in numbers, okay? Talk to you guys later.